The Township of Alloway is requesting a $400,000 grant from the Public Facilities Fund to remove architectural barriers from the second floor of the Township Municipal Building and Senior Citizens Complex. Specifically, the following components of the second floor do not comply with the American Disabilities Act: restrooms, entryways, fire alarms, light switches, and outlets. In addition, a stage in the auditorium lacks access for individuals with disabilities. The Township intends to utilize this space for community events and for municipal offices. A commitment of approximately $40,000 from the Township will be used to complete all non-ADA related improvements to areas designated for municipal offices. Once the auditorium is restored and made accessible, it will become part of the Senior Citizens Complex. Events such as movie screenings, theater, and musical performances will be held here for the Township's seniors. In order to document the existing conditions and deficiencies of the second floor, the Township invited the county's ADA compliance expert to inspect the area.
Hi, I'm Joe Bercali, and I'm Superintendent of Buildings and Grounds and also the ADA Compliance Officer for County Government in Salem County. We're standing in the upper level of the Alloway Township Senior Citizens Complex and Administrative Offices. I am here today to point out some deficiencies in the second floor in order to make compliance for ADA. As we tour the building, you'll see some of the deficiencies as I point them out. One of the deficiencies in all of the doors of the building are the knobs on the doors. Obviously, to become compliant with ADA, these have to be changed to lever latches rather than knobs. As we proceed down the hallway, and you'll notice that the doors, some of them comply, some of them do not. Any door that a handicapped person will go through with a wheelchair has to be 32 inches in width. Some of these double doors, there's no problem if they are maintained as double doors. Obviously, when we get to the auditorium, I'll speak a little bit on that. All the restrooms that will be used by handicapped individuals must also be in compliance with ADA. As we come up to the area here, this particular room will be changed into a restroom. Obviously, the stalls will have to be made accessible to handicapped people in wheelchairs with grab bars. The light switches in the restrooms would have to be at wheelchair height. Those are the type of things that the building is now deficient in and which have to be corrected to become ADA compliable. As we return back down the hallway, take a small walk into the auditorium, which will be used by senior citizens, some of which will be disabled or handicapped. If the chairs are to become stationary or will be stationary chairs, some accommodation would have to be made for wheelchairs. Obviously, the wheelchairs area should be in the front of the auditorium. If they're going to be fixed chairs, an area would have to be left open for to accommodate wheelchairs. Some of the light switches, or all of the light switches really, that would be used by handicap would have to be at a lower level than presently exists in the building. Electrical work would have to be done to accommodate the building. With the plumbing, the changing in the doors, whatever deficiencies that are arrived at, I've only pointed out a few of them. Those deficiencies would have to be corrected in order to make this building or this particular floor comply with ADA rules and regulations. In addition to what I've already noticed is in the building, I want to say that in my experience as Superintendent of Buildings and Grounds dealing with all kinds of old buildings, that this building is a very well-constructed, structurally sound building. It has all of the necessary components to become a good either complex for township offices or a senior citizens complex.
In 1992, the township received a $350,000 grant from the Small Cities Public Facilities Fund to rehabilitate the exterior and first floor of this building. Along with a local contribution of $380,000, the project has provided the township with several municipal offices, as well as meeting and activity rooms for senior citizens. The following footage highlights the construction and completion of the project.
We had a lot of support from most of the citizens. We did a survey, and I would say 80% of the people who answered the survey were in favor of renovating the building. So today is a good day for all of them. I'm glad that this day did finally arrive.
It's been a long time, a lot of hard work by a lot of people in Alloway, and it's a testament of the will of the people in this town that didn't want to let go of a piece of their history, and we're looking ahead to the future and their needs here in the town.
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to Alloway, and we know that everybody in the community is going to get tremendous use out of this building.
I think the most important thing is, yes, it's here, but all of the people who put their time in locally, and very honestly, the support of the people up at the state with the funding and the energies, and of course we even had the governor, was here and actually painted some of the wall. So this is quite a day, and I'm sure it's really making a lot of people happy who put a lot of time into it.
Well, we are feeling nothing but joy, happiness, and the feeling of true success when people come together for a common cause and one that they believe in and want to see happen.